Blackflies to Blueberries, Wally and Deanna's Wetland Adventure. Story by Leanne Gelsthorpe and Peter Russell. Illustrations by Roger Fernandez.
Read by Peter Russell and Karina MacDonald.
It's evening in the forest and the bats are on patrol. Campers down by the marsh tonight, hoots the owl as the bats swoop low. Wally Worm and Wesley Dragon are having a bedtime snack. Wesley breathes hard on the fire and burns his marshmallow to a cinder. A raccoon family arrives in time to see the action. They spy an open package of marshmallows and watch for a chance for a free meal. In the darkness, moths flutter and fireflies flit.
Deanna Waterdroplet appears the next morning in the mist. "Wake up, you two. It's time for an adventure," says Deanna.
Wally and Wesley open their eyes and watch the dewdrops fall from the tent and patter onto the grass.
"It's going to be a busy day because so many water droplets have arrived in today's mist," says Deanna. "We play and travel through the ground, helping the plants and animals live and grow." The wetland warms with the heat of the morning sun. Birds sing and spiders wait for the sparkling droplets to leave their webs before checking for insects caught during the night. "Water droplets come to wetlands to relax and have fun," says Deanna. "A wetland is one of the most exciting places water droplets can explore. Plants, animals, insects, fish, and birds all need our help."
Wally and Wesley pack their tent and tidy up the campsite.
Deanna points out some of the creatures who make the wetland their home. "Do you see that beaver eating breakfast? The woodpecker is feeding his family in that hollow tree."
A hawk thinks Wally would make a good breakfast and dives towards him. Wesley frightens him away with a burst of flame.
"We are now in a true wetland area where the ground is spongy and squishy with water," explains Deanna.
"I don't want to get my feet wet," grumbles Wesley.
"Wally can give you a pair of rubber boots from his magic backpack," says Deanna.
"Wally, do you have my size?" asks Wesley. Wesley slops through the water-soaked sphagnum moss, droplets squirting in all directions as he walks. Wesley asks Wally if he has binoculars. "There is so much to see. Oh, look," exclaimed Wesley, focusing the binoculars. "I can see a snake slithering towards a frog." Now the frog sees the snake coming and hops away.
Deanna points out Taffy Turtle and her friends basking on logs in the heat of the sun.
"I can see a dragonfly chasing some other insect," said Wesley.
The sun is high in the sky, and Deanna realizes it is almost noon in the wetland. "Let's do what everyone else is doing. It's lunchtime." Taffy is startled by the warm, moist air steaming up her sunglasses. She sees a fuzzy green blob rising in front of her. Water droplets splash down, cleaning her glasses. "Oh, it's you, Wade Moose. Did you come for lunch?" asks Taffy. Wade waits to finish his mouthful of plants before speaking, just as his mother has taught him to do.
Wally takes a tablecloth from his backpack and spreads it out. He also unpacks bowls and plates. These rice cakes will taste great with blueberries and cranberries which grow all around here. "Wesley, you go and pick blueberries and I will pick cranberries." Unexpected lunch guests include ants looking for a meal and bog lemming tasting with a watercress salad. Blackflies buzz around Wesley's head.
"Hey, Dragon, yells the Blackfly, buzzing between Wesley's eyes. So, you like blueberries, do ya?
Yummy, said Wesley, licking his purple lips.
We Blackflies work hard in the springtime to give you those tasty berries. Each of us works all day, dusting ourselves with blueberry flower pollen while drinking the blueberry nectar. We flit from flower to flower, pick up, drop off, all day long just so you can enjoy these berries in the summer. Deanna asks Winston Frog to show Wally the tiny living things in the water. Wally uses a lens to see hydra, green algae, mosquito larvae, and Winston's 62 tadpole babies.
I had no idea that there were so many tiny things living in such a small amount of water, said Wally.
Be careful, cries Deanna. There are special plants all around you. These plants have difficulty finding food to make them grow. Pitcher plants and sundew plants must trap their food. The pitcher plant has a hairy slide inside, which takes the surprised flies to the bottom of the pitcher, where they are digested. The sundew catches insects on leaves covered with sticky droplets of digestive juices. By now it's late afternoon and Deanna sinks slowly into the moss. It's time for me to rest. I'll see you all again, says Deanna.
Thanks for the adventure, replied Wally. I really enjoyed the blueberries, added Wesley. Wally takes out a hot air balloon from his backpack and Wesley fills it with 50 puffs. As Wally and Wesley gently rise over the wetland and the forest, they notice another family has set up a tent at the campsite they used the night before. I hope they enjoy the wetland as much as we did, Wesley, said Wally. I know they will have blueberries for breakfast, puffed Wesley, as he puts more hot breath into the balloon.
Let's put all the parts together now, says Deanna. We've seen big living things and little ones too, in the water and out of the water. All are connected to a wetland and its history. Once upon a time, more than 10,000 years ago, when the climate was much colder, there was a lake in a spruce forest which gradually collected mud and plant remains. The lake level changed as the climate changed to become a marsh filled with sedges, water lilies, and aquatic mosses, and teemed with living creatures. Another change occurred many thousands of years later, and the place became a swamp surrounded by a mixture of trees. Scientists study the history of a wetland by examining pollen and other remains found in the layers of peat underground. The scientists can determine which stages of the wetland development have happened in an area. Wetlands preserve a fossil record of themselves. The end.